Krakow is Poland's most popular city for tourism, and for a good reason. In this video, I'll give you guys my top 10 favourite things to do, see and eat. At number 1 is visiting the Wawel salt mines. People started mining salt here as early as the 13th century. During that period, miners would live and work down here for weeks on end before resurfacing. Because of that, miners started carving religious icons out of the salt rock and even making chapels so they could continue their religious practices whilst working deep in the mines.
Wow, this place is absolutely beautiful. Well worth the walk and the money. But I would say if you're a little bit claustrophobic, it's probably be very pleasant for you.
Tours typically last 4 hours, during which you'll spend most of the time walking downstairs and long, narrow corridors. Make sure you bring comfortable walking shoes and also don't wear too many warm clothes, as it's an average of 18 degrees in the mine.
So is that salt?
Yes.
Oh,
if
wow.
you are brave enough, you may lick it and try it.
Really?
Yes.
We're allowed to lick it.
Yes, yes.
Lick
But
it.
remember that those
Do it.
delicious. Those are licked by 1 million tourists per year.
Number 2 on the list is visiting Schindler's factory. This was once the factory of Oskar Schindler. If you watch the Steven Spielberg classic Schindler's List, then you'll be familiar with the story. This is now a museum and it tells the story before, during and after World War II in Krakow. It was extremely interesting and disturbing, but I highly recommend visiting if you want to learn more about the events of World War II in Poland. Just a 10-minute walk from Schindler's factory is the old Ghetto wall. During the occupation of Krakow, the Germans moved all Jewish people into ghettos and built 3-metre high walls around the area to stop Jewish people from escaping. These walls are still standing today in the old Jewish ghetto of Krakow.
It's so weird seeing the old ghetto walls. It's crazy that it's still here. Built by the Germans all them years ago to keep the Jews in this one area.
I recommend spending a little time walking around the old Jewish ghetto, as you'll find some interesting buildings and even see memorial photos of families that lived here during World War II outside some of the homes.
What did he say? So it housed 2,000 people, but the Germans crammed in 17,000, so everyone was just living on top of each other.
Number 4 on the list is Auschwitz. This notorious death camp is responsible for the torture and murder of over 1 million people during its operation, and was also home to the Angel of Death, Josef Mengele. During the tour, you'll enter the infamous Block 11, aka the Punishment Block. The level of human suffering that occurred here is unfathomable. You'll also enter one of the remaining gas chambers. This is the actual gas chamber people were exterminated in. After your tour of Auschwitz I, you'll take a 5-minute bus ride over to Auschwitz-Birkenau. Although they did murder people at Auschwitz I, it was more used as a hard labour camp, whereas Auschwitz-Birkenau, it was built purely for the purpose of exterminating people as efficiently as possible.
Crazy, isn't it? It's insane to think this is where he lived. It's really sad.
Number 5 is visiting Wawel Castle. This castle is actually the world's first ever UNESCO World Heritage Site, and is also one of the largest and most beautiful castles in all of Poland.
Oh my god, this castle is massive. This is gorgeous, wow. What a beautiful castle.
If you want to go inside the castle, tickets can be purchased online. I'll leave a link for the website in the description below. There are limited tickets sold per day, so I do advise you pre-book well in advance. Or you can take a chance on any given Monday, as Mondays are free admission.
Oh, gutted. It's closed. But never mind. Maybe tomorrow. What a beautiful castle from the outside. I bet it's gorgeous on the inside.
The best one was Germany.
Yeah, Neuschwanstein Castle. That was gorgeous, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, Jewish quarter now then.
Number 6 is walking the streets of Kazimierz. This area of Krakow is the historic Jewish quarter, filled with quirky shops, Jewish restaurants and synagogues. This area is a great place to have an evening drink if you prefer a more calm atmosphere as opposed to the main square.
I dare you to fucking smoke some weed.
Why? We're doing it there.
You can't come to Poland and not try their most popular dish, dumplings, locally known as pierogi. Typical fillings are potato, meat, mushroom, spinach or cheese. They're normally served without sauce, but sometimes garnished with bacon.
Spinach and ricotta.
Spinach and ricotta. Is that a good one? You like that one?
No, that's lovely.
Oh, it is nice. Wow. Nice.
Here.
Number 8 was probably my favourite thing we've done in Krakow, and that's shooting guns. Krakow has like 3 or 4 different gun ranges to choose from, just on the outskirts of the city. If you've never shot guns before, I highly recommend giving this a go. My girlfriend was terrified beforehand, but afterwards said she loved it.
You never saw you excited at all.
I'm nervous, I don't want to do it.
You're nervous, you don't want to do
I
it.
don't want to do it.
You think of that one?
In our package we shot pistols, Uzis, machine guns, rifles and a pump-action shotgun. I honestly couldn't recommend this experience enough. It was worth every single penny.
I'm so glad you did it. Worth doing?
I think I'm fair. Someone gave me a go now, I probably would know.
You'd give it a go?
Yeah, I think I would like to know.
See? High five.
Number 9 is hanging out at the main square. The main 2 attractions here are St Mary's Basilica and the old underground market.
Got a lot of cool stuff there.
Oh, this is cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is not expensive either, so.
No. So cool.
Stepping outside the old market, you'll see plenty of horse and carriage rides offering unique tours of the main square of Krakow.
Look at these beautiful, they've got a lot of these beautiful horses around there, haven't they? Look. They're beautiful.
St Mary's Basilica is probably the most iconic building here in Krakow and well worth taking a look inside.
Wow. It's really beautiful around there. What a gorgeous square.
Last but not least is Zakopane. Zakopane is a town in the Tatra Mountains located just a 2-hour drive south of Krakow. You can get a coach day trip from Krakow for as little as 16 zloty. Whether you're visiting in the winter or summer, this beautiful town is 100% worth visiting for the day.
Wow, what a pretty place this is. Poland's awesome. We've only been here like 4 hours, but we love it already.
If you're visiting in the winter, this town is one of the best locations for skiing in Poland. I spent the week here skiing and the slopes were way better than I anticipated. And on top of that, Poland is one of the cheapest places in Europe you can ski.
So what do you think?
Love it.
First time skiing?
Love it.
You love it?
But
Yes.
So hard.
Yeah, it'll get easier though. I'm gonna do another run on the big one and I'll get off with you, okay?
There is honestly so much I could say about Zakopane. So much so, I actually made another top 10 video about this place you guys can watch. Well, I've asked my top 10 things to do, see and eat in Krakow. I hope you guys liked the video, subscribe for more top 10 videos, and I'll see you all in the next one. Do widzenia.
Yeah.